Ladies and gentlemen, today I am here to tell you the difference between being cheap and being frugal. And for me, it boils down to two main reasons. The first, being cheap, you're purely focused on price. You don't care about quality, you don't care about functionality. Whereas frugality, it's more about the value. And I think the second and more important reason is cheapness, it's about the ineffective use of your time. Whereas frugality, it's more strategic, and it's more about the thought and towards the future. So now you may be wondering how I came up with this topic and why I'm up here talking to you about it. And it started with this phone right here. And this right here is a Nokia Lumia 520. Cost me $40, and I thought it was a fabulous phone. However, a few weeks ago, I was amongst a group of friends, and I pulled this out, and I started doing something on it, and everyone just started staring at me, and just giving me that blank stare. And I was wondering why, and then it suddenly dawned on me, and I looked around, and everyone had their iPhones, their Samsungs, their fancy watches, and I had my 2-year-old model. And so that brings me into my first point. Being cheap, you're purely focused on the price. You're not worried about functionality. You don't care how long it's going to last you. And don't get me wrong, I have been plenty cheap in my life. I've been known as an extreme cheapskate. And the best example I can give is when I wanted an MP3 player. It was a couple years ago, and I didn't want anything expensive. I just wanted something where I could play music. And so I went to a store and I found a MP3 player. It was like $15, $20. It was touchscreen, so I was like, wow, I'm getting a steal. I bought it. A few days later, I turn it on, and sure enough, when I go to click it, the screen doesn't move, doesn't work, can't use it, and I end up throwing it away. So I guess two things happened there. One, I wasted $15 or $20, and now I don't have an MP3 player. And so I had, I guess, two options. I could go buy another MP3 player, or I could just go without it. And it's been 3 years, and I still haven't bought another MP3 player. So then I guess my last and I feel like more important point is cheapness. It's about the ineffective use of your time. And the best example that I can give is extreme cheapskates. Again, another reference to myself, but I don't know, has anybody in here heard of the show?
Yeah.
Yep. As you can imagine, it's a show about extremely cheap people, and they go around and they do the craziest things to try and save money. And the best example that I can give is a man who spent an hour going around town collecting $7 and change. Now, don't get me wrong, I think that's impressive. After an hour you have $7 and change, you're pretty good. But you have to ask yourself, was your time only worth $7? And so I guess that's where the divergence comes between being cheap and being frugal. Frugality, it's about maximizing your current dollars to fund future needs and wants. And so, again, like I said, it's more of a thought towards the future. And I guess that could be for retirement, that could be for a vacation, it could be for a whole sort of things. And so I hope I have been able to leave everybody here with at least somewhat of a better impression, and I've been able to stand up and speak for all of us so-called cheap people. And I would like to leave you with a famous quote, and I think it sums up my philosophy fairly well. And it's by Warren Buffett, and it's, price is what you pay, value is what you get. Thank you.